let's talk about how you can run a business while still being at university. Now, the first thing I recommend is deciding where you actually have some expertise. Maybe it's an area that you've been working in prior, and you can take what you've learned from that workplace, from that area, and you can apply it to your own like business. So the easiest business for any high school or any university student is probably starting something where they can teach what they know to people that know less than them, or people that were in the position they were in about a year or 6 months prior. So this could be educational, it could be academic. Maybe you're teaching somebody chemistry. Maybe you're teaching somebody like martial arts if you're very good at martial arts, or just training them at the gym. Just that's the simplest business to get into if you're like just starting out. It's also the one with the least overhead. And yeah, um, the first part of that is having good time management and being able to separate university from work, being able to get your university work out of the way, so then you can focus on doing work, focus on working on your business. um, you can do them in tandem. You can spend some time during the day focusing heavily on your university studies. You can focus heavily on your work at a certain time in the day as well. What I did was, on the way to uni and back, I would pull out my laptop on the train, and I would just just get all my assignments out of the way as much as I could. Any research that I had to do for scientific papers, I'd try and get that done. Any like assignment that I had to read over, any group tasks that I had to kind of contribute to, I try and do that when I could. Like whenever I was commuting there and back, I'll just use that time wisely, because I knew that when I came home, I want to focus a lot of that time on actually working on my business, on improving my business. So yeah, the next thing would be to work on your business every day. Like, you want to iterate on it, and if you start anything, you're basically going to become obsessed with it. Especially if it's just the first few months, first year, 2 years, you'll be very obsessed because you want to make it as good as possible, and you'll find so much joy in iterating on your product, so much joy in kind of creating that customer experience, whether that's making your website just right, trying to figure out how somebody would go on your website and kind of flow down, and how you'd like communicate your value to them and communicate how you can help them, because at the end of the day, a business is just a vessel that we can use to help solve people's problems, solve a pain point that they have. So that's why I don't believe in people just trying to aim for everybody with their business. A business is specific. Like, if you try to advertise to like every single person, you're probably going to get far less conversions, because not everyone's interested in your business. Like, only a select portion of the population is actually interested, and you want to communicate that to as many of those people as possible, because you can help them, and that's how you get customers. That's how you build a strong business, by communicating your value and your solutions to people that would benefit from the solutions. So I'm not a big proponent on people that sell things that might not provide that much value to people. So, for example, if you try and, like, I don't know, buy something cheap from like China for like $2, like jewelry, and you sell it for like, I don't know, $500, that's not providing value. That's scamming somebody. That's not what I would define as like a business with good prospects, and with the ability to last a long time. Because as soon as that customer feels that they're not getting what they valued, they're not getting the value from what they paid, they're gonna stop doing business. Then people like that, they're always gonna have to like search for new clients, because the turnover is gonna be so high. Like, people would be getting a product and leaving, getting a product and leaving. So that's the first thing. Well, that's one of the things. The next thing, well, that's kind of part of the thing that I want to talk about next, is that, like, you want to kind of just approach business as how you can provide the most value for the people that you can help. If you focus too much on just making money, then you're just going to get caught up in that. You're not going to do all the work necessary that actually requires you to build a decent business. Like, you're going to need to have a higher like reason, like some sort of reason bigger than yourself, to actually to run your business. So maybe that's just to, like, for me, I like building businesses that improve people's lives. Like, my education company helps improve the lives of like hundreds of primary and secondary students, like across New South Wales, across Queensland. So whether that's in person, whether that's online, and I take a lot of joy in building that. It's really fun. I love seeing my customers do well. I love seeing just every single shareholder like in my company or that touches my business, improve their lives. Whether that's the workers that work for me, the tutors, whether that's the parents and the students that we teach, everybody, basically everybody. I want to make sure that there's a positive impact for everyone. If you don't have some sort of like major goal, major mission for your business, you should write it out. Like you should be like, okay, well, you want to be the best in the state at this. You want to be the best in the world at this. Because if you don't have a powerful why, when challenges and obstacles definitely come, as they definitely will, in running a business, you're gonna struggle. You're gonna give up. Like that's why I think most people give up, because they don't have a compelling why, and they don't have a reason strong enough to overcome the challenges that inevitably come with running a business. And that's why most of them, I reckon, kind of end up giving up at the end. Well, there's that, and there's also running a bad business to start off with. But yeah, there's that. Another thing is, like, you want to pick a business which has good prospects. Like, there's two types of businesses. There's half businesses, which are hard, annoying, lame, and frustrating, and there's elf businesses, which are easy, lucrative, and fun. And ideally, you want to pick something in that second category. And most of the time, in that second category, you're actually providing far more value to that person. Whether that's your customer, whether that's like your set of customers. An elf business is generally digital, or it's generally low cost to set up. But yeah,